Miss Angie, and we are back with another video. And this video is for the interview portion of my channel. And today we have my boyfriend Casey.
Hello, guys.
So I figured this video is very important because it's hard to navigate relationships. You're always going to have your ups and downs. You're always going to have your challenges. But at the end of the day, I want to show that yes, you might not have the best days, and you know, in relationships, they're not fairy tales, they're real deal. So I figured starting off, bring my boyfriend to the channel. So like I said, my goal is to at least do one interview a month. That is my goal. So this will be January's interview. So let's get started. Are you nervous?
No, I'm not nervous at all.
I think he's nervous, you guys. I think he's nervous.
What questions you wrote down?
You nervous about the questions I wrote down?
Sort of.
You seem a little shy. You seem a little nervous, y'all. I think
Let's go.
Okay. First question is, what are some learning lessons that you take from your past and present relationships?
What are some learning lessons I would take from my past and present relationships?
Yes.
Some learning lessons I would take from my past would definitely be learning from the past, looking at things that may be seen in my new relationship that may be in my old relationship, looking for red flags or things that I may have overlooked in a previous relationship. So those are definitely some things. You don't want to make the same mistakes by not looking for things that may have ended the previous relationship. I would say in my new relationship, some of the things I look for, just not always carrying the past into the new. You do want to look for similarities so you can avoid certain things, but you don't want to be nitpicking and looking for so many things that you hinder what you are actually trying to do or grow or accomplish in your new relationship. Some people can get so stuck on the past that now you're nitpicking everything because you don't want to get back into that position.
Yeah, so. I definitely agree with that for sure. I feel like that's another place where, for me, I definitely had to do healing because I noticed that I kept traveling so much from this relationship and traveling to this relationship, and it kept showing up that I wasn't fully healed. So I definitely agree with the fact of like nitpicking and pointing out certain things, because you have to understand when you're in a new relationship, you have to give that person a chance to show up in the relationship and not just automatically mark them off because of what you have been through.
Definitely.
So, I definitely agree with that. All right, next question. You doing good so far?
Oh yeah.
Proud of you. How do you navigate having a blended family?
Navigating a blended family, it's difficult. It's still obstacles that I face now. To give a little context for the listeners or viewers, I have a 13-year-old daughter, and we also share a 1-year-old son together. And of course, you have a 6-year-old daughter of your own. So bringing all of those personalities and different ways of doing things into one household has definitely been challenging. I would say just continue to try to achieve the goals you set for your family. Just continue to work towards something, and just knowing that it's not going to be a perfect thing. You know, there's going to be certain steps you take to where it may take this amount of time or that amount of time. I think just setting a time frame on it and saying we need to have this in line right now is unrealistic. Every day is a constant learning journey, and yeah, just implementing new things to try to get better.
I definitely feel like when you have different age groups and different schedules, you know, everyone is going to different locations, different places every day, you know, and especially with our work schedule. I feel like it starts with the parents to just basically start to set that foundation, start to understand, okay, this is what this child needs, this is what this child needs, and this is to try to make the structure work, because everybody's household, everybody's dynamic is different. So you just really have to work with your partner and figure out what's best for your family, because everything is not going to work for each family because of the dynamic of different ages or different, situations. But when you blend a family, it definitely is a journey and it definitely is a process. But starting with the parents, you both have to work together and be on the same page, for sure.
Definitely.
For sure. Okay, we are on question number 3. He's doing good, y'all. He's doing good. I think these are good, good answers. Growing up without your father in your life, what molded you into the man and the dad that you are today?
That's a good question. Growing up without my father, it was definitely something challenging. You go to school and you talk to your peers, and you have certain people that have both parents in their lives, and you kind of wonder, why am I different? Why don't I have my father? So growing up, it could be a struggle sometimes. Sometimes you do start to feel those feelings. But I believe it's all the way you channel it. You can use it as motivation and say, hey, my father wasn't in my life, so I'm going to make a effort to make sure I'm always in my children's life, or never be that person that I didn't receive from my father. So I think I just channeled it as motivation to say I don't ever want to put my kids in that position, knowing that feeling that I have. So it was able to allow me to, be the father that I am and just continue to try to get better.
And I think another key point that we should also mention is just with your mom and with your grandparents too. Like I know he has told me before, having his grandparents in his life has also showed him kind of like a foundation and a structure, and just, him seeing his mom, she would make sure that she dedicated that hard work and time into her kids, and even though it was hard on her, but at least he saw the example of what parents and like with your grandparents, how to show up, in your life.
Yeah, definitely. I think we all need some type of positive father figure in our life, or just a positive male role model. So seeing that with my grandfather, uncles, stepfather, my mom dated a guy for about 6-7 years who was very instrumental in us raising us to be respectable young men. So just having somebody in your background that's, a man that can be somebody you can look to as a role model is definitely important.
Totally agree. All right, and so now we got 2 more questions. All right. What made you stick around knowing the things I've battled mentally and knowing my past? Now, first of all, with this question, y'all, this is what I talk about when I say that it is a journey. Like, I'm not going to say that I was going through a lot. Let's just say that. And you guys, if you know my channel, I have definitely worked on myself mentally and putting myself first, because I've had a lot that I've been through. But me being in counseling and me navigating, trying to, get on that better journey for my kids and for my boyfriend, clearly. But I put him through a lot. Let me just say that. Like, I can't even try to make it sound any better like I did. But he stayed around, and I will say, I think me getting into counseling definitely made a bigger difference, because he could have dipped out. He could have said, I'm out, I gotta go. It's like, it's time to go. So basically, what made you stick around? Because if you know me, you know me. Like, I've had some situations in my life, so.
What made me stick around, and you don't have to say it like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. I mean, what made him continue this journey of relationship? That's how I can say that. Put my
I
big
would say,
words in.
in reality, we all struggle with things, and we all have our own problems.
Yes,
some people may express them a lot different than others, so we may look at those people and say, oh, this person has this going on, where the next person may have the same thing going on, they just express it differently. So what attracted me to you were a great woman, great mother, very caring person, definitely a big heart. So the things that you do battle and the things that you do deal with, it doesn't outweigh the the positive things about you.
Oh.
And a lot of those things, like you going to counseling to fix it, you're doing your channel, which is therapeutic as well. So a lot of those things can be fixed and turned around. There's just, personal battles you may have within yourself, but it was never to the point to where it's like, this girl's so crazy that I wouldn't even want to be around her, because clearly we have a child together. So I would
But
say,
before the child, you can be honest, it was rough.
It was rough. It was rough. I wouldn't sit here and say it wasn't rough, but same thing with me. I was dealing with certain things when I met you as well. And like I said, we all battle these things. We just express them differently. So me and you were going through a lot of similar situations if you think about it. It's just that you may...
The way I was dealing with them, it was a lot different.
The thing is, you find that person that's for you, about you, and that person that can help you grow, and you don't come across those people very often. So when you come across a great person, somebody that you see something great in, it's some of the little small things you can look past, as long as that person is working towards bettering themselves.
Yeah. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm still in there. All right, and the last question, you guys made to question number 5, okay? What would you like to see during the process of relationship counseling? So, real quick, we have already started our first session of relationship counseling, and I know a lot of people feel like, relationship counseling, like that's because you guys are in turmoil, like it's over, no. Relationship counseling is good because if you know that you may want to be married one day, or if you're trying to figure this out and you guys know that there are areas that you need to work in, relationship counseling is for you. I definitely recommend it. So do not look at it like relationship counseling is meaning that everything is to the end, you guys are breaking up. Like, that's not what it means. It just means that we're trying to get the proper assistance to make sure that we're not rushing into a marriage, because our goal is not to rush, but our goal is to make sure that we are both the best that we can be for our relationship. So what would you say would be, I guess, what do you want to see during this process? Because I feel like our first session of counseling definitely went good. So I definitely agree that it went good.
What I would like to see in this process is the goals that we set for counseling. Some goals that we both have set for our counseling sessions to better us in our relationship, and those are things I want to see. I would hope we can accomplish certain obstacles that are holding us back from getting to certain levels on certain things, and just differences in opinions and the way we view stuff is just hoping to have a better understanding of each other, so that it's not more so of, oh, you like this or oh, you like that, to where we can understand why you like this and why I like that, and then come to some medium ground to better help each other.
Yes, I totally agree. I just feel like it's very important because just how I grew up, it was like I never knew the structures of how to go into, like, it was just always like, okay, relationship, marriage, kids, like this is how we're doing it. Like, I never knew the structures to lay that foundation. So I definitely feel like relationship counseling is going to help us as far as communication, because there's only a few little issues that I feel like we both can come over and conquer, but we definitely need the help to be able to both, because like I say, when you have a person that doesn't know you, or doesn't know us, they can analyze better and look from the, I see what's going on here. This is how we can answer this. This is how we can get you guys on the right track. So I just definitely feel like it's totally positive, and I'm so happy to see, the growth that is going to come from this and how we can be better, because it's definitely going to help us as parents. It's definitely going to help us navigating a blended family for sure. So,
and I would say with children, it's tough to have a relationship.
Yes, it is.
So much time in the day, and you're trying to spend your time dividing to work and kids and your partner, and then your own things that you're working on.
Yes.
So it's all about trying to find some type of balance to where we could all have that time for each other, as well as still bettering ourselves throughout that process.
Yes. That is so true. And that's not to scare anybody and say don't have kids, because I know people be like, don't deter somebody. That's not what we're saying. We're saying is that if you have work, if you have life, if you have, like, you have to make sure that you balance that out the best that you can. And that's what we're trying to navigate, is just trying to have that balance and trying to make sure that we spend that one-on-one time with the kids. And everybody is not going to always be happy. We get that. Everybody's going to have different moods. Everybody's going to have different moments. But it's all about how you navigate through that. You don't give up, you know, so.
Definitely don't give up.
I am just so excited and happy for Casey to bless us with the channel today, on the channel today. So anyways, you guys, we're going to close out this interview. Like I said, this interview is for the month of January. So anyways, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to your girl's channel. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.